you should be married before 30. This is my father always said about it. Samanta, you have to be married before 30 and you have to be rich before 40.
Ooh,
So
okay. The pressure is on.
Welcome to your favorite vanilla and chocolate show. Welcome to your favorite vanilla and chocolate show.
11.
So,
Episode 11. We keep panicking.
11.
Yes.
Oh my God. We get so far.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that we spoke just like yesterday, and because so many things just happened.
It's been
so many things just happened from the first time I met you.
Yeah, a lot. It's been a lot.
lot.
Anyway, here is my vanilla.
Samanta, and this is my chocolate.
Clara Crumba. And today we are going to be talking about life in our 30s, or life in 30s, or life after 30s. Because hey, we are in our 30s, we are glowing.
Yeah, you're glowing, especially in this dress.
You look so lovely, by the way.
Oh my God, look at us. Today you look so sweet.
Amazing.
So sweet.
We want to first of all, as always, shout out to our team. And of course, the diamond construction for these amazing villas.
Yes, and Ruka, one more time.
Yes.
You have to see that place. This is absolutely amazing, stunning views.
Exactly.
And you know, this room.
It's everything. It's really everything. Yeah.
High quality.
And we cannot forget to talk about our outfit that comes from Podium, and they really do well to provide us with standing out
this is
outfits.
the center of Marbella.
Thank you so much for that.
The center of Marbella, the Podium, and
absolutely.
Victoria is such a nice person.
She is indeed. Well, today, like I mentioned, we're talking about life in 30s. But before we go into it, as usual, we're going to do the intercultural exchange. And because we're talking about life in our 30s, in your country, in Poland, what is the expectation that, you know, people have or the society have of men, women in their 30s?
Yeah.
What is the expectation like?
So, you know, I think that the main expectation is that you should be married before 30. This is my father always said about it. Samanta, you have to be married before 30 and you have to be rich before 40.
Ooh, okay.
So
the pressure is on.
The pressure is on.
Yes, it's counting. You have only 2 years.
Because I have 2 more years to 40 right now. So I'm a little bit worrying, but no problem. We can do it. Yes.
You get it there, absolutely. It's quite, but I think it's, what about men? Do men have this pressure of getting married? They have to be married, they have to be rich and all that?
Yes, actually, yes. In Poland, it's something like that. You have to be married. This is like, you have to start the family. Now, especially in the big cities, you have more and more people who live by their own. So they are singles. And this is like a fashion too. But not only, I think that many people just choose that direction, choose that way. For example, my sister, I have a sister in Warsaw. She's a lawyer. So she's a very good lawyer, and for her, the job is very, very important. She has no family.
She's career-oriented.
Yes, she's career-oriented. And she lives in a big city, and she lives by this life. So it can be different because, for example, in this family, I'm the only person who has 3 children.
Kids, yes,
yes, and you know that's funny because before 30, I was double mother. So,
you were already, so you fulfilled your father's wish.
Yes, Yes, I did it. But right now I'm a little bit, feel a pressure on my back because 2
Ooh.
years to being.
I totally agree with you. But I think it's also a societal thing,
Yeah.
and it's a wide societal thing. I
Yeah.
don't think it's only in Poland, because in Nigeria, in most African countries, we actually have that thing and the expectation of you have to be at a certain,
Yeah.
you have to be married. You have to have a title of this. You have
Yeah.
to finish your studies. Then you have
Yes.
to be
Yes.
rich, like you say.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so most of it's the same actually in my country. And wow, like a woman in her 30s, 35, you're not married yet, you're already writing old cargo. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Old cargo means like old used products,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If you're not married, you're like old cargo. Please go and get married. Stop talking. People respect you when you
Ah,
put
okay. So you
you
mean
put
this is
Mrs. to
old
your
cargo?
name.
This is like you're too old,
You're
too
too
old.
old
Ah,
to,
okay.
yeah, but
Yeah.
too old, you don't have family, you do not have a say in the society, something like that. Though that is changing slowly, because women, men are beginning to really say, I'm not ready for it, and I'm not
Yeah.
ready for it. However, if that expectation is still there underlying, that, oh, who are you? Especially if I want to introduce
Yeah.
myself, then my first introduction is, my name is Clara Kronberg, I'm a wife. Duh, what's that? So it's like it becomes a big thing to
Yeah.
add, I'm a wife to your title. Have you ever,
Yeah.
as in, if you look at it, it's just a societal thing, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not only in Poland, it's not only in Nigeria, but we
Yeah.
just thought
It's
to bring
all
this to you guys actually. Share your thoughts about this. Expectation.
expectations. Yeah, that's
What's the
right.
expectation in your country or the society where we live in? We would like to hear from you, actually. Let us know. Well, moving on,
Yeah,
life in
moving on. Yeah,
30s.
like we can
We can talk forever
talk.
about life in
Yeah, but yeah,
30s.
because we are in our 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 38 and you're
35,
uh,
25.
35. Really?
I'm 35,
Oh
yeah.
my God, she's so young. She has 5 more years to 40. So you have 5 years to get
The pressure.
the pressure.
Well, I'm no longer pressured. I think I'm actually the thing. Okay, let's talk about life in our 20s. What
Yeah.
was it like for you? The top priority you had in your
Yeah,
20s.
party and party, and more parties.
How is it like
But not
now?
only. I was
Yeah.
always a party girl, but I was always a really good student. And this is like a combination of Gemini, because this is like two-faced. This is
Yeah.
one side,
Can switch in.
you're into knowledge and gaining knowledge. This is very important for you, because I was studying in Lublin. This is a beautiful place in Poland, and I was studying over the history of art. So for me, it was like a free times, like my freedom. It was and it was completely different Samantha.
Really?
Just like a little girl. Now I think that even
Little girl with more responsibility.
when I moved on my studies, I was only 19. I was such a baby right now. Yeah, because when
you think about
when I'm
it,
thinking about it, it was almost
but then
20 years ago.
didn't you feel like life is moving faster? Didn't you feel
Yes,
like you want to grow?
absolutely. But I was so optimistic, I was just like a volcano of energy, full of enthusiasm, and that was me. And I was believing in good people, in good hearts, and I was so naive.
Because
I was so naive
life has not happened to you.
Because of that, because of my because
sincerity.
I was,
You're very sincere person.
Yes, and I was very open, and I had to went through some experiences just to change and just to completely change the perspective. So I think that in my 30s.
Now in your 30s, that has changed a lot.
Absolutely. So I'm completely new brand person after these 20 years almost before. No, maybe not so long, but from the 20s to get here. I get my shift in priorities, right? So
okay, now in your 30s, your priorities are more.
So maybe not a party. I like parties. Still like the parties, but maybe party it's not the most important part of my week.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yes, that has changed a lot. But do you feel like you've been, because in the 20s, there's this thing, I feel, at least for me, I felt like I was I know, even though I know who I am, I've always known, kind of who Clara is, or although evolving in it as
Yes.
well. But I feel like people have to like me. I have to be likable. I have to be a certain way,
Yes, that's true. That's
because
true. That's
people,
true.
I was never really a people pleasing, but I think I emptied my fuck box in my 20s.
Absolutely.
Now I don't have, it's
This is
totally
all
empty
about
now. Yeah.
self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Because I didn't accept myself in my 20s. Because I didn't know about me a lot. That was, that was a little girl inside.
Yeah.
And she had to went through some situations just to grow up and just to feel self-acceptance.
True.
Because, for example, just like I said in this episode about body changes,
Yes.
for
Beauty standards
yeah,
that we
because
talked about, yeah.
I was like a little girl, so skinny and stuff like that, and for me it was obvious that was normal. And later you just changing, so you have to be careful what you're doing, what you're
Yes.
eating, if you're exercising or not.
Trying to look a certain way
Yeah.
to be accepted.
And
Yeah.
for example, after parties in your 30s, you feel really, you
It's
can
not the
feel
same.
really bad. I mean, really
The hangover,
bad.
no,
The
no, no,
hangovers
no.
can last for 3 days.
True.
For example, in 20s, you can just, I
You
went
party
back.
and
I
then in the
went
morning you
back
go
from
back
the
to work.
parties to the after, and later I just took a shower and went
Go to work again. Yeah.
and went to work.
It's true.
But it was exactly like that.
It's true.
And now, if I'm sitting to
You
3
don't
3
dare.
a.m., drinking alcohol and having fun, later I'm feeling that 3 days.
And
Yeah.
okay, in my case, I don't even dare anymore. I don't dare drink that much because
Yeah.
in my head, being a mom,
Yeah.
then for me, it's like I have to be at alert. I
Yeah.
have to be, so I no longer cross that
Yeah,
line.
yes, yeah, very good.
I am that friend that
I still have this problem to cross this line,
No, I don't cross.
but yeah, I'm still working on it. Maybe if we're gonna talk in 2 years, when I'm gonna start being my 40s.
I think it's all about balance at the same time. There's something, again, we talk about all of this in beauty standards.
Yes.
But then in our 30s, I feel like, at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you found out who you were and you're
Yeah,
not being
that's true.
pressured
That's
in
true.
any way by the society to
Yeah.
be a certain way.
Yeah.
But you need to go through, like you mentioned, you need to go through some kind of life
But this
experience.
is so good and feels so good.
To be here.
Yeah, to be
Ooh.
here and just
It's the right place to be.
your authentic self.
Yeah.
Yes, after all of these years.
Yes.
So this is good.
No, I love my 30s. So what would you say? I want to say why I love my 30s, but what would you say you enjoy most in your 30s?
Oh, absolutely. In every area of my life, because of this self-acceptance, you can just feel good in every environment. So this is not all about that, what other people are gonna think, but you know your value and you know
you bring
your
into the
worth,
table, yeah.
and you just can be yourself in absolutely different communities, and you don't afraid to be off, because before in my 20s I was afraid to be myself. Yes, because you don't know if somebody gonna like you or not.
No, yeah.
So I was getting used to this different, different mindsets and different faces. I was showing, for example, on only one side because I was unsure if somebody will get the different Samantha. So this is all about that. Yeah? This is
there was something you also mentioned that was very profound, because it sounded like we all have that cultural thing where a dad or society, uncles, aunties might tell you, oh, you have to get married at a certain time. Would you, with your experience now, I know you love your kids; they are the best thing. I love my daughter.
Yeah, but this is
would you,
dynamic.
yeah, would you think? I know you love them, but would you, if you were, if you know what you know now, would you rather have kids later in your life or still have them in your 20s? I mean, you love your kids.
Still have in my 20s because I can feel that now, for example, in 10 years, I can be still good looking, Samantha, fit and stuff like that.
Right.
But my kids are gonna be older and they're gonna be grow up. So
But what
yes.
about being married? Would you rather have married later in life than in your 20s?
No, but it's okay because I get married very early. I was 23,
Wow,
23.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
same.
so it was very fast, and it was a decision based on different things.
Yeah, but also it was also at that time in
Because
your life.
in this time, I would not pick up somebody based on these things,
Yes.
which I choose
At that time.
at that time.
Exactly. Which brings me to what I wanted to say. I feel like in your 30s, you know yourself more.
Absolutely.
I'm not
I'm
saying that
38, so I'm almost 40,
Yes.
so this is 8 years. It's a long time.
Yeah.
So this time, absolutely, I have different values,
Yeah.
different authorities, and now it's not so easy just to impress me. Just like in the Shania Twain song, that don't impress me so much. Okay,
It's not easy,
show
don't-
me something what I haven't seen yet.
Yes. You see, because when you're in 30s, honestly, to be honest, this is a very important part of this conversation
Yeah.
because women in their 30s have more voice, they are more. So, what we're trying to say here, I think, the message here is in your 20s, there's no rush.
Yeah.
Life, you just start enjoy
Yes.
being in
and
your 20s. If
that's
marriage
true.
shouldn't be the priority, I feel it shouldn't be the priority. Yes, I did it in my 20s, but in my opinion, honestly, if you can, no, enjoy life in your 20s. If marriage comes, fine. And if it doesn't, let it not be a priority.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
being a wife should be a priority. It should be something that when it happens, it happens. If
Yeah.
love happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let it not be like you have to be tagged married in your 20s.
Absolutely. And I think that we have different directions because, for example, in the 20s, we are similar. We are going to the studies, we have no family, probably your parents give you the money. And in your 30s,
Yeah,
in
more
your
responsible.
30s, there is more differences between us. So, one side, you can go into the direction of family and kids. Second direction, you can choose money and career. So you can choose different directions. And I think that when you're getting older, these differences are more visual. You're
Yes,
not you're
true.
not the same anymore.
No.
Okay, so you can just choose this path, or this path,
True.
and this is your choice.
True.
So
Yeah.
you're creating your own life. You're
I
the
agree.
creator.
Totally
Yeah?
agree. Totally agree. But what would you say is the most craziest? Will I say craziest? What is the most embarrassing thing that happened in your 20s when you
Oh my
remember
God.
and you laugh about it?
Oh my
You're like,
God.
oh.
I have so many. You always can surprise
Oh,
me
I can
with
tell
a
you
question.
one of mine.
Oh.
Yes, I think I'm gonna.
I'm listening.
I've talked about this sometime in one interview. I don't remember where, but I've talked about it. I think I was in love at some point in my life, when I thought it was love. And then this particular guy, that I loved them because then I was in my early, this was my early 20s. I was in my like 20 years, 19, 20 literally.
Oh,
So I was
so
still a
cute, girly
virgin.
Clara.
I was really that virgin.
Yeah.
I'm that girl that was a virgin till like 20 something. So don't even know that, like, very good, Clara. So anyway, I was still a virgin, and this particular guy, because I wasn't giving him some cookies, so he got to get the cookie somewhere else. This is true story. He got to get the cookie somewhere else. So and I remember I was in school then, and then this guy, I went to his house, and the girl that gives him cookie came. He sent me out of the house, and I stood outside the house crying.
Oh my God.
I stood outside outside the house crying while he was
Because you
taking
were.
the cookie from the girl.
Oh no, because you were in love with him.
I was
You
in love
thought.
with. I thought I was in love with him.
Ah.
So literally, I think it was very embarrassing. But looking back today, I was like, he doesn't deserve, this, Clara. He does not deserve what I had to offer at that time.
Yeah, that's true. That's
because
true.
I wasn't giving him sex, so it was a big part. It was a big priority
but you
for him.
remember that, and I think
It's a big part of my life because I felt emotions for him.
That's
Yeah.
that's sad.
Something
but
that you think was love.
changes. It changed you
Yeah.
in some way, somehow.
Ooh, I grew up. I tell you, I was sitting outside his house. This thing happened in the night. I was sitting outside till morning, crying, hearing him having sex with another. This is true. Having sex with another woman. So I was crying all night, sitting out there. So that changed me like automatically. This is, I mean, that is one of the most embarrassing things. But today I laugh about it because, hey,
Wow.
look at this
Thank
chocolate.
you.
You're missing out,
Thank
darling.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so happy that, you opened up in front of these 3 cameras.
I don't care. My life is an open book. And I'm very happy to inspire someone to say, in your 20s, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. There's no rush in life. And in your 30s, even, just enjoy being here because I'm really, just empty the fuck box and say, don't try to please people, be people pleaser. And 20s, just make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Yes, yes,
I'm very
yes.
proud of
And
my
you're
journey.
so
I'm
immature.
proud of my mistakes, how I made them. I'm not saying I would do the same choices if I have option. However, I'm not going to regret them. They made this beautiful lady here today.
I think that we made some amazing choices.
No, I
Look
think
at us, you know, we are together here in this beautiful
Anyway.
anyway.
We can continue talking about this, but guys,
So these are our 30s.
share your 30s with us. If you have any embarrassing thing like mine, I own my bullshit anytime, any day. I fucked up, but if you have not fucked up, can you raise your hand, please? So anyways, moving forward, there is this trending thing happening on social media.
This is disgusting, actually.
We're gonna try it.
I don't know
She's not
how
gonna
Clara
ship it.
is finding these things.
It's on TikTok.
This is unbelievable. How she's...
Because we are going to, guys, we are promoting CCKTV and we're going to try all these things for you. So we are trying it. Dua Lipa, a very famous, yeah, you know, yeah.
I like her
So
image.
sometimes she comes up with some crazy mixture, and then the world like, what is this? So now we're going to try this trending diet
But
Coke
I'm really
drink.
afraid of this mixture.
No,
Okay?
sit back and enjoy.
Keep watching Vanilla and Chocolate Show exclusively on CCKTV. BLB.
So we are here again and we're going to try this.
Yeah.
Diet Coke.
Mixture.
It sounds really disgusting, by the way.
What we have?
We have Diet Coke, Coca-Cola Light.
Jalapeno, but
Yeah.
these are olives with
I
jalapeno.
have no idea. That's what I could.
And these are the pickles.
Yeah.
Piquant.
I got it because it has it has the what's it called, pickles and some spicy stuff.
Yeah.
So what she did is that she put some Coca-Cola.
Do you have some vodka or anything? What we gonna do?
Some Coca-Cola. Okay. And then we gotta do this. Be careful with your nails.
Yeah. It's always a problem because I always lose the same nail. Yeah, this one.
Yes.
The opening nail.
Yes. Easy. And then we're gonna have.
No, but we have to put it inside the spoon.
Yes. So this is olives
No,
with jalapeno.
please.
So you have to put this inside. She literally poured the water in, though.
No.
Yes, it's a
Please.
water. Yeah, it's disgusting.
No. Okay.
Put the olive here. Well, I got this one to spicy up your recipe.
I tell you, the only way to drink is to put whiskey or vodka inside. I will drink it, but without it.
Okay, so you have this jalapeno. There you have it. It's inside there.
Okay.
And then you have to put the water.
No.
Yeah. It tastes already disgusting. And then we have to drink it. It doesn't smell nice, huh? Ooh. How does she come up with things like this?
But why she's doing something like that? No, it's nice. It's good.
Do you like it?
I like it very much. Oh my God, I'm so surprised.
So
yeah, give me some whiskey. This is my...
your new favorite drink?
That's gonna be my...
Well, you're gonna go home with this. Really? You like it? Maybe you should eat the pepper. Let me try eat the pepper inside.
Yeah, I really like it. I don't know why.
I still don't like it.
This is my taste. Oh my God. So strange.
Isn't it funny?
So strange.
Well, guys, you see. Well, Dua Lipa, you have a light mix here. Samantha likes your recipe. Quickly done.
Great things to do, Oliver. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching the show, and remember to
Yeah,
subscribe to
I'm going
CCKTV
to buy
and
some
keep
whiskey.
watching Vanilla and Chocolate Show. Bye bye, guys. Hey guys, this is an invitation for you to join CCKTV on YouTube. If you have not, you go up, subscribe. Click there, subscribe. Oh, did I speak that? How did they say that in Spanish? I don't even know, but you know what I mean. Subscribe. Thank you so much, and tell a friend to tell a friend.